There are some battles God never told you to announce, some blessings He told you to protect in silence. Not everyone clapping for you is praying for you. Not every ear deserves access to what heaven is doing in your life. The Bible says in Matthew 7:6, "Do not cast your pearls before swine." Why? Because some people don't celebrate destiny, they sabotage it. And today, God is warning you, there are 5 things you should never tell everyone. These secrets are spiritual, biblical, powerful, and if you ignore them, you may delay your breakthrough, weaken your spirit, and invite unnecessary warfare into your life. Watch this until the end. Because one of these points may be the reason your life keeps getting attacked. Number 1, never announce every dream God gives you. Some dreams are seeds, and seeds grow best underground. The mistake many people make is speaking too early about what God has not finished yet. God may show you a vision, a business, a ministry, a relationship, a calling, but not everyone is meant to hear it while it's still forming. The spiritual world reacts to words, and when you expose unfinished visions to jealous hearts, mocking spirits, or negative voices, you create unnecessary resistance. Look at Joseph. In Genesis 37, Joseph had dreams from God, dreams of greatness, dreams of leadership, dreams that were prophetic, but Joseph made a mistake. He told his brothers everything. And the moment he revealed the dream, hatred entered the room. Genesis 37:5 says, Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him all the more. Notice that, the dream came from God. But the announcement created warfare. His brothers became jealous. They plotted against him. They threw him into a pit, sold him into slavery. The dream was real, but premature exposure brought suffering. Some of you are under attack not because the vision is fake, but because you revealed it too soon. There are people smiling at you while secretly praying your assignment fails. This is why Jesus often told people, tell no one. After miracles, after healings, after divine encounters, he protected sacred moments with silence. Because heaven understands something many people don't. Not every revelation is for public consumption. Sometimes God isolates you before elevating you. Sometimes silence is spiritual protection. Ecclesiastes 3:7 says, there is a time to keep silence and a time to speak. Ask yourself, has God really released you to speak, or are you speaking because you want validation? Because many destinies have died in the mouth before they could mature in the spirit. Protect what God is building. Not everyone needs updates. Number 2, never tell everyone your weaknesses. The wrong people will weaponize your vulnerability. This generation confuses exposure with healing. Yes, accountability matters. Wise counsel matters. Godly community matters. But telling everyone your deepest weaknesses can open doors to manipulation, gossip, and spiritual attack. Some people don't pray for the wounded, they prey on the wounded. Even Samson made this mistake. Samson was anointed, chosen by God, filled with supernatural strength, but he kept revealing personal secrets to Delilah. Judges 16 tells us that Delilah kept pressuring Samson to reveal the source of his strength. Eventually, Samson gave away what should have remained protected. And the moment he exposed his weakness to the wrong person, his enemies captured him. They blinded him, bound him, humiliated him. The tragedy wasn't just Delilah's betrayal. The tragedy was Samson's lack of discernment. Some people around you ask questions not because they care, but because they're collecting information. Be careful who you trust with your emotional battles. Not every listener is loyal. Proverbs 11:13 says, a gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret. You don't owe everybody access to your pain. Even Jesus had inner circles. Out of the 12 disciples, only 3 saw certain moments. That means even the Son of God practiced selective access. Some of you are emotionally exhausted because you keep opening your spirit to people God never assigned to carry your burdens. Stop telling everybody your struggles. Some people are waiting to use your low moments against you. Pray more, discern more, speak less. And remember this, wisdom knows when to be transparent and when to be guarded. Number 3, never announce your next move before God establishes it. Spiritual warfare often increases when purpose becomes visible. There are attacks that never would have started if certain plans stayed hidden. Nehemiah understood this. When God gave Nehemiah the burden to rebuild Jerusalem, he didn't immediately announce everything to everyone. He moved quietly. Nehemiah 2:12 says, I had not told anyone what my God had put in my heart to do for Jerusalem. Why? Because opposition was already waiting. The moment Sanballat and Tobiah heard about the rebuilding, they mocked him, attacked him, tried to discourage him. Every great assignment attracts resistance. That's why wisdom matters. Some people sabotage themselves by talking too much. Before they start the business, they announce it. Before they build discipline, they post motivation. Before they heal, they broadcast every detail. And then pressure, envy, distractions, and spiritual attacks enter. Sometimes silence is strategy. Even David was anointed king long before he sat on the throne. God allowed the process to mature privately before public manifestation happened. Imagine if David had gone around announcing, "I'm the next king," Saul would have hunted him even earlier. Not every move needs an audience. Jesus himself often withdrew from crowds before major moments. Why? Because intimacy with God produces clarity, and clarity grows in quiet places. Proverbs 21:5 says, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance." Notice it says diligent, not loud. Move in wisdom. Build in silence, pray in secret, and let God reveal the results when the time is right, because some victories are protected by privacy. Number 4, never share every blessing God gives you. Some blessings attract envy faster than celebration. Joseph's coat attracted hatred. David's victories attracted Saul's jealousy. Even Jesus experienced people following him for miracles instead of relationship. Not everyone can handle what God is doing in your life. Some people become uncomfortable when heaven favors you. This is why wisdom is necessary. You don't need to post every achievement, every financial increase, every opportunity, every open door, because sometimes the enemy studies patterns through exposure. In Mark 1, after Jesus healed many people, crowds became overwhelming. People chased him constantly. But notice this. Jesus repeatedly withdrew into solitary places. He didn't live for public attention. Many believers today expose too much and then wonder why peace disappears. There is power in quiet gratitude. Sometimes the holiest thing you can do is thank God privately. Matthew 6:6 says, "When you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen." There are blessings that grow stronger in secret. A relationship protected in prayer, a vision protected in silence, a breakthrough protected from envy. Remember this, Noah built the ark before the rain came. Can you imagine the mockery he endured? But Noah obeyed God instead of seeking public approval. And in the end, what looked foolish became salvation. Some blessings don't need applause, they need protection. Because what God is building in private can change your entire future. Number 5, never reveal everything God tells you in prayer. Some revelations are sacred. Not every spiritual encounter is meant to become content for public discussion. There are moments between you and God that should remain holy. Paul understood this deeply. In 2 Corinthians 12, Paul spoke about being caught up into the third heaven, but notice how carefully he spoke. He said he heard inexpressible things, things not lawful for man to utter. Paul understood spiritual restraint. Today, many people rush to expose every spiritual experience, every dream, every revelation, every encounter, but real spiritual maturity understands stewardship. God may reveal things to you about people, about seasons, about spiritual warfare, not so you can boast, but so you can pray. Joseph interpreted dreams quietly. Daniel sought God privately before revealing interpretations. Moses encountered God on mountains away from crowds. The deeper the encounter, the greater the need for humility. Jesus warned against practicing righteousness just to be seen by others, because spirituality without humility becomes performance. And performance kills intimacy with God. Some revelations lose power when spoken carelessly. Mary, the mother of Jesus, is one of the greatest examples. After witnessing miraculous events surrounding Jesus' birth, the Bible says in Luke 2:19, "But Mary treasured up all these things and pondered them in her heart." She didn't announce everything. She carried it carefully. That is spiritual maturity. Some things are meant to stay in your heart until God releases the time to speak. Because when God trusts you with revelation, He's also testing your wisdom. Can you carry mystery without seeking attention? Can you protect what is holy? Can you stay humble when heaven speaks? Because not every spiritual experience is meant for public validation. Some are meant to deepen your relationship with God alone. Silence is not weakness. Sometimes silence is warfare. Sometimes silence is wisdom. And sometimes silence is obedience to God. Protect your dreams. Protect your spirit. Protect your calling. Not everybody deserves access to your soul. Remember what Proverbs 4:23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." The enemy cannot destroy what he cannot access. And some doors stay open because we talk too much. From today, pray more, discern more, speak less, and let God fight battles that silence can win. If this message spoke to you, don't ignore it. God may be warning you for a reason. Stay faithful, stay watchful, and stay close to God, because what heaven is preparing for you must be protected. By the way, if you learned something from this video, please subscribe. Also share it so that other people can receive quickly this wisdom.